Nom 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 nom. Boink. Oi.
Hello everyone, Christmas is coming. It's November now and high time to do some decorations. So my friends Ginny and Gala, here is Ginny, where is Gala? Yeah, here she is. They welcome you again, and my name is Paulina. Welcome to Tikova Hobbies, a channel about knitting and crochet. Here you can find knitting and crochet podcasts and tutorials. Today's focus is on this bauble. We are making a Christmas ornament, Christmas decoration. Actually, I'm using my previous year's tutorial. This is sort of an upgrade, so I will not focus on all the details. Most of them could be found in the previous one. But today we are making a multicolored decoration. Here is the chart we're going to use. First of all, what I need to tell you is the yarn and the number of the hook, of course, I'm using. The yarn is Gazzal Baby Cotton. It's, wait a sec, 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. This is the yardage. It's rather light and perfect for such ornaments. The color, the purple color is this one, 3440. And the blue is, let me find the color, here, 3429. To start the ornament, you need to work a circle, right? So follow the tutorial in the description. I'll put it in the description below the video. And there should be a link in the corner somewhere here in a second. And the only difference is how I join in the round. I do it slightly differently for this bauble because I want it to be as seamless as possible. And wait a sec, we need more focus. You can see it's slightly different. It looks more invisible than as if we just cast a stitch and keep knitting, joining the round, cast a stitch, keep knitting, joining the round the regular way. It's a little bit different. I'm going to show you how I join the round here. It's the final round of my increases. If I'm not mistaken, it's round 10. Please watch my previous year's tutorial to find out how you work these increases in the round, how to work them so you don't have any angles and you have a nice circle, right? The only difference is joining in the round. So I'll show you in a sec. So I take a hook, it's a 2.5 millimeter, in my case it's Clover Amour, but it doesn't really matter, you can use any hook which you have. I mean in the right size for your yarn, of course, naturally. It's me from the future, guys, and you need to use two sizes of crochet hooks. 2.5 for the single color, for this part, for the increases and for the decreases, and the 3 millimeter hook for the pattern, because when I used the 2.5 millimeter hook, I worked 3 or 4 rounds and I realized I wouldn't fit my polystyrene ball into the crocheted one. So please use one size bigger hook for the stranded knitting or stranded crocheting, yeah, to multicolored crocheting. The same with knitting, you should always take a larger size of needles. So keep it in mind. So I pick the other color. It's the last round of increases. Here is the end of the tail. So yeah, we've got the focus, nice. Here we go. We put the tail next to our stitches and we start working. We start working the single crochets. Just a second, let me see how many I have between the increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I right? One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 3 more single crochets. So I work the single crochets the usual way, and the tail is woven into the fabric. So you put it next to the stitches and it's hidden. We start working with it in the next round. 2, 3. You see it, we just weave it in as we go. Here should be our increase. Focus. Yeah, here it is. 1, 2 single crochets and 1 stitch, and I finish the round. Don't forget to weave in the purple yarn or the color that you choose. It doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry if my hands are a little bit out of focus from time to time. It depends on the distance between my hands and the camera of the phone, and sometimes I move my hands a little bit closer or further, so the focus is lost, but I'm trying to do my best. So this is the end of the round. How we join in? First of all, we need to see which color is the first stitch of the round, and it's blue, the lighter color in my case. So I can make the first stitch blue. Cool. That makes the process a little bit easier. So I pull the yarn a little bit and make the loop a little bit longer, insert the hook into, not into this stitch, not into the first cast on stitch, no, into the next one, from back to front. Pick the loop, put it on the hook and pull it through it. Okay, now I insert the hook into the middle of the first stitch, the first stitch that we cast on in the round. Like this. It doesn't really matter even if you pick like not 1 loop but maybe 2, work it in the middle, not that important. The thing is, I should insert the hook into the loop and pull the thread and put the thread through all 3, through the loop, through the stitch on the hook, and through the first stitch on the hook, our working stitch. So it's it's a bit tricky, right? It's the same stitch. Yeah, you pulled it through the first stitch. Well, doesn't really matter. You pull it through. I'll show you at the end of the next round as well. Here. Now, as the first stitch is the blue stitch, here it is. Our first stitch of the round is our first stitch of the pattern. The next one, it should be the next 2 even. They should be purple. So I need to, the thing is, I need to close the stitch with a purple thread. To make it easier, to make the process easier managing the 2 threads, I put the light blue somewhere here and the purple on the right. So the next stitch should be purple. I don't want to twist them anyhow, but sometimes it happens. So just pick the purple thread, close my stitch here like chain 1. You see, and the next single crochet I'm going to work we'll have the purple stitch on top, which is nice. That's exactly what we need. So I insert the hook. I want to make a single crochet with purple. It could be a little bit tricky because it's tight. We've already worked into that when we joined the round. We hide the blue thread, so we put it close to our working stitches. And single crochet with purple. One more time. But I can't close it with purple because after 2 single crochets there will be a blue one. So I pick the blue thread. Focus, please. Focus on the work, please. Yeah, that's great. So I pick the blue thread and close the single crochet with blue. So we have 2 purple stitches on top, which is what we need. Next we have 5 blue single crochets. I'll put the scheme, the chart in color, on the screen in a few seconds, so you will see it and you can take a screenshot for your personal usage. I don't mind. So here it goes. Right. So next we have 5 blue single crochets. The purple thread is woven in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 is tricky. It's the last of the blue colors, so we need to close it with purple. So we don't do it like this. We work it halfway through and pick the purple thread. Just drop the blue as it is and pick the purple from the right. Yeah, there is a twist, but if you keep untangling and changing the position of your skeins of yarn, it would be really annoying, so keep it as it is. So we've got 5, you see, 5 blue stitches at the top. Next, according to the chart, we have 6 purple. Again, we hide the blue thread as we go. We weave it in the work and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Remember, we close it with the other color. We start, pick the blue thread. Here there is no twist. It gets only when you take the purple, so the yarn does not twist the 2 colors. Yeah, here it is, 6 purple. We've got 2 blue now. Okay, 2 blue. Remember to hide the purple yarn. It's not only that we hide it, but we move the thread to the position where we need to use it again. So 2, yeah, 2 is blue. Nice. 1, please focus. There's not enough focus. Yeah, nice. 1 and the second one. Close with purple. And there's a twist here a little bit, but it's not going to be visible. Yep. So 2 purple. 2 purple. So again we hide the yarn. 1, 2, close it with blue. Finish the single crochet with the blue color, etc. So you see, this is how it goes. I'll show you how I join in the round in a moment one more time, but first let me comment on the pattern. So We need a little bit more focus. I've got it in black and white just because I don't have a colored print at home, but it doesn't matter, you can take a screenshot. I guess you have already done it. So what is important here? The pattern repeat is 15 stitches, and in my case the pattern is 18 stitches, and this is the number of the rounds of our decoration, which we work flat without any increases or decreases. We've already done the increases. Now we work flat 18 rounds, and then we start the decreases using my first tutorial, right? There nothing changes apart from how we join in the round, of course. What we need to keep in mind is that the pattern repeat is individual. In my case, I have 4 pattern repeats of 15 stitches because my ornament is going to be 60 stitches in the round. And this number depends on your yarn, on the size of the hook, on the diameter of the ball you're going to insert inside your ornament. I discuss and describe it in more detail in my first tutorial. As I've already said, this is an upgrade version. So the pattern depends on your number of stitches. If you have 60 stitches in the round, go ahead, use this pattern, it will work pretty nicely. If you have another number of stitches, I don't know, like instead of 60 you have 56, for example, this means your pattern repeat should be probably 7 or 8 stitches, maybe 16. No, 16, 56 by 16, 3, yeah, no, that's 54. So it works good with 7 or 8 pattern stitches in the pattern repeat. So you need to figure out how many how you could divide the number of stitches, right? What could be the number of your pattern repeat, and choose the pattern accordingly. So this is not perfect for every gauge, right? For every yarn, for every hands. We're all individual, we have different gauge, different tension when we work. So if you have 60 stitches, this works fine. You have 4 repeats, so here we have 2 of them shown, and it works nice. If you have another number of stitches, make sure you choose another pattern which fits your number of stitches. Well, where did I pick this one? For example, I took it from a knitting book with patterns and just put it in a document. So we should always remember that the first stitch of the pattern is our first stitch of the round, where we cast a stitch. It's already in the pattern, it's not extra, it's included, so don't forget this. So this is the pattern repeat here. So pick the chart you like and it will be great. So we're at the end of the round. We make the loop, insert the hook into the first stitch of the first single crochet, not through the first stitch of the round, but through the second. Pull that loop to the back of your work, like this. Insert your hook into the first stitch, right into the middle of it, or you can just pick one part. Okay, here I am. Put the loop on the hook, and what color is my first stitch of the round? It's blue. Okay, so we keep using the same thread. Pull it a little bit, yeah, to make it nice, and pull the thread through the 3 stitches on the hook. Well, I say 3 because it's like the first on the hook, the stitches of the single crochet, and the continuation of this very same loop. Let's put it like this. So here it is. I chain 1 and keep following the pattern as it follows. When I've reached the 9th round, round 9th, I'll show you. It's the middle part of my pattern, so it should reach the central part of my bauble, right? My polystyrene ball, which I'm going to insert inside. I'll show in a moment. One more thing I forgot to mention: when you choose the pattern, if you choose another one, if you don't have 60 stitches in the round, make sure that the number of the stitches you need to go, like here I have 18 stitches. Make sure that your pattern has the same number as the number of the rounds, yeah, that you need to crochet before the decreases. I talk about it more in my first video, so you should definitely see that one first before you start working. So see you after round 9. I'm halfway through the pattern. Round 9 is finished. I've just started round 10. You can see how invisible the joining in the round is, or at least this is the closest I can get to it. Halfway through, everything's going nice. So keep working until you reach the time of the decreases. Guys, I've finished the bauble. I've finished the pattern part, then worked the decreases using my previous year's tutorial. Left about 70 centimeters of the thread. Used a needle, a tapestry needle, to weave in the tail, and used the tail to make this loop, yeah, for putting it onto the Christmas tree. It's finally done, it's over. At least at first I was a little bit worried because there was a lot of fabric here, but when I worked the decreases, now it's fine. Well, a little bit, maybe a little bit more room than I wanted originally, but that's because we used a bigger size hook here, so it creates a little bit more fabric than we need, basically, but just a little bit. It still looks fine. The shape is fine and I'm totally happy with it. I can't wait to put it on the Christmas tree. I haven't decorated one yet. We usually do it a little bit later. So I just need to find a perfect bead for this. You have probably seen it at the beginning of the video. I want to take a few pictures or maybe a video outside, put it onto a fir tree, and now it's snowing, so it might look stunning. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the like button. It makes me super happy when you do it. So see you in the next video, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your families, of course.